Moving on to number 5, the abstracts. Shirley.
We have 2 abstracts this evening. First is the abstract 15, General Fund and Special Districts, $384,158.97. The Highway Fund, $84,276.75.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Mr. Jennings?
Yes.
Ms. Zimbrano?
Yes.
Mr. Corral?
Yes.
Ms. Boyke?
Yes.
Abstract 16, General Fund and Special Districts, $601,820.19. Highway Fund, $79,319.11.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Mr. Jennings?
Yes.
Ms. Zimbrano?
Yes.
Mr. Corral?
Yes.
Ms. Boyke?
Yes.
Budget mods are as listed. I want to draw your attention to one $10,000, as I would say, give back from the preschool program. They had originally planned for 2 sites in the 2010 budget. They utilized one, giving back $10,000 unused. So we put it back into the contingency.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Mr. Jennings?
Yes.
Ms. Zimbrano?
Yes.
Mr. Corral?
Yes.
Ms. Boyke?
Yes.
Thank you.
Shirley, under department head, we talk about the budget, 2011 budget.
I do not have the 2 public hearings in front of me. I think every one of you may have a copy of it. There's 2 public hearings coming up. One involves fire protection agreements. Is it, I believe it's
The fire district.
The fire district, yes. Is it the 17th of September? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's the first public hearing, and then there's one at the end of the month for the tentative budget, which date is it?
The August 31st.
That's the.
I'm sorry, September 14th is the budget workshop for the fire protection districts.
Correct.
And September 17th at 9 a.m. at the town hall is the
At the very top.
the budget workshop for the town of Cicero.
Tracy, do they need a board resolution for those 2 workshops?
No, just announce it.
Just announce
Thank
it.
you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. The public hearing, proposal for local law 6 of 2010, amending the peddling and soliciting law in consideration of revised fee schedule. This has been in discussion and now it's been finalized and we need to set a public hearing on it. Is there any discussion before I read the resolution? No discussion? I'd like to make a motion to approve the local law that amends Chapter 154 of the Town of Cicero Town Code to provide for amendments to the peddling and soliciting law to be known as Local Law Number 6 of 2010.
Tony?
Go ahead.
Do you want to open the public hearing?
Sorry, I didn't realize that this was the...
Are we on the public hearing tonight?
It is, yeah.
I'm sorry. Before, I apologize. I would like to open the public hearing to those who would like to speak for the peddling and soliciting law.
Let me just say, if I might, the local law, the amendment to the local law was a result of our problems with charitable organizations and so forth. I think everybody on the board has a copy of it. But what we basically did in the amendment was to exempt solicitors, peddlers, and food vendors at a community event that's defined in the local law. We amended the code to exempt food vendors who are charitable organizations and exempted solicitors who have obtained a permit or license from the town to sell items at a town-sponsored farmer's market or similar type of event. and we amended the code so that the terms of licenses are set by the town board resolution. And that's in a separate resolution, and that sets the fees that we had talked about changing. That would be a separate resolution after you adopt the town law, or the local law.
With that, is there anyone who would speak against? I will close the public hearing. And now I'll read the resolution. Board comments?
Just as a history, as Tony has already mentioned, this was implemented a few years ago, this solicitors and peddlers law. Really, the basis was to help patrol or keep some type of control over folks that were selling things in neighborhoods, whether it be oil or gas or door-to-door salespeople. What this was originally, the intent was to have some control over them, so we could find out who's in our neighborhoods and who's basically selling goods and going to neighborhoods. So that was the history of it, but we came across some things that had to be tightened up, which Tony helped with for types of events and sponsorships and 3-day community events and things like that. So it was basically tightening up the language.
Excuse me,
I would like to add that our Chief of Police, Joe Snell, was active in helping us do our background checks that are necessary so that these people don't have any type of history that are going door to door. And the police department does that and gets those in a timely fashion back to us. So that is important to say that we work with them to do that. I just wanted to make a note of that that's also included.
And with that, if you do find out that someone is in the neighborhood selling something, just let the town know if there's perhaps, so we could check to make sure that they are properly registered and they have a right to be here and they've registered with the town.
I'm not sure if, since we have two resolutions, I think we need to read the first one, that is the fee schedule, before we enact the law. So, opposite, the other way? Okay. I'll defer to the attorney, it's the other way. Thank you. I don't know how much I'm paying before I pass.
The fee schedule you can change anytime by resolution. So once the local law is set, you can adopt this fee schedule today, and if you want to change it next month, you could. The local law will stay in effect.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve the local law that amends Chapter 154 of the Town of Cicero Code to provide for amendments to the peddling and soliciting law to be known as Local Law Number 6 of 2010.
Second.
Mr. Conway.
Yes.
Mr. Jennings.
Yes.
Ms. Zimbrano.
Yes.
Mr. Corral.
Yes.
Ms. Boyke.
Yes. Next on the agenda is the public hearing on the renewal of the franchise agreement with Time Warner Cable.
Wait a minute. You have another resolution here for the fees.
Want me to do that one?
Sure.
I have everything. Draft resolution approving license fees. I will read them. I'll make a motion to approve the revised schedule for licenses under the town's peddling and solicitation or soliciting law as follows. Article 1, hawkers, peddlers, solicitors, transit merchants. A 10-day license, $250. 30-day license, $50. Calendar year license, $200. Renewal of a 30-day license, $15. Replacement of a license, $15. And individual criminal background check, $10. Article 2, for food vendors, a 1-day license would be $25. 30-day license, $50. 180-day license, $200. Renewal of a 30-day license, $15. Replacement license, $15. And criminal background check, $10. All right, motion, I will make the motion.
I'll second.
To approve a revised fee schedule for a license issued under the town's peddling and soliciting law.
Mr. Conway.
Yes.
Mr. Jennings.
Yes.
Ms. Zambrano.
Yes.
Mr. Coro.
Yes.
Ms. Boyke.
Yes. We're done with that one?